Good morning, everyone. Today is Wednesday, August the 24th, and this is day 43 of my Colorado through hike. Today we'll complete the last 1.2 to Kennebec trailhead and start the final segment 28 from Kennebec trailhead to Junction Creek trailhead in Durango. This segment's 21.7 miles. It is 1,897 feet up, 6,557 feet down. This segment starts at 11,642 and will end at 6,984. So there's a whole lot of descending for this particular segment. Not sure how far we'll go today or how we'll divide this up. I'd love to be able to go ahead and do the entire hike into Durango, which would be about 23 or so miles, but we will see. Not sure what the temperature is this morning, but it was very cold last night, cold and damp. The tents had condensation inside, so we had ice on the outside from that hailstorm that we had, and then also condensation inside, so they are soaked. So if we decide to camp tonight and not go all the way into Durango, we're going to have to stop and dry things out today, or else it's going to be a miserable night tonight. Check out the old mine, and I understand that you could camp at that too, but it sounded like there were some critters there like mice. So the hard part's over. We are now pretty much downhill to Durango. And there's the view from probably the last little peak that we'll be at. We've got about maybe right around 20 miles to Durango. I think we could do it today if we wanted to. Looks like we're going to probably have a view all day as we go down to Durango.
I think so. So I think this is my view down.
Well, I wanted to check in real quick. It's been a couple hours. We're making really good time, about 5.27 hours in 2 hours, or 5.27 miles in 2 hours. So it's looking like we're going to go ahead and walk into Durango today instead of tomorrow. So that's subject to change depending on the trail, but right now that's what it's looking like. Haven't shown too much because there's not too much to show right now. We've been mostly descending, and we will pretty much all day. And we are getting in a lower elevation, so see a lot more different vegetation, forest walking. But if there's any views or anything, I'll show you. And then coming up, I wanted to talk a little bit about clothes and what I brought and what worked. Everybody says the last day is all downhill. Well, it's not. Just finished a 2-mile climb and got another couple-mile climb right after this one. And then it's in line with reflections and thoughts on the trail. I thought the next topic I would do would be my clothing gear. And I thought I'd talk about what I took and what I would do differently. I have an outdoor research hat, and I think that's a necessity. I have a sun hoodie that I hike with. I have a Columbia Silver Ridge that's a spare shirt. Have ex officio 2 pairs of hiking pants, 1 hiking and 1 spare. A couple pairs of Darn Tough socks. I wear Ultra Lone Peak for shoes. A couple pairs of underwear. I have a rain pants, rain jacket, umbrella that I use for sun and rain. Also, 2 pairs of gloves. I had sun gloves that I wear pretty much every day. Then I did bring some outdoor research waterproof gloves. And to be honest, I only wore those probably 4 times. 2 times maybe out of camp on the really cold mornings. And also slept with them on a couple times just because it was just too darn cold. Also had a pair of a base layer of Smart Wool 150 series. And I believe that's it for clothing. Probably the only thing, everything worked out really, really well. The only thing that I probably didn't think about was how cold it was going to be. And who would know, July, August, it would be that cold. But also, I didn't really bring any long pants to hike in, or to wear at camp at night, or to even sleep in. So in one of the trail towns, I had to buy a pair of Black Diamond hiking pants, which I absolutely love. I wish I had them at the beginning. So for swapping or changing anything, I think I would have either probably brought some hiking pants or swapped out my rain pants for hiking pants. The rain pants were Z-Packs, extremely lightweight, so bringing both of those wouldn't have been a big deal. And I had a puffy jacket. And other than that, I think that's about it. And about the only swap I would have probably, or maybe not swap, but the only thing I think that I was missing was some hiking pants. And the problem with hiking pants is they're going to get dirty very quickly. I wore my rain pants as hiking pants sometimes when it was really cold. I just put them over my short pants. And also, of course, when it was raining. And they worked perfectly. My pants was always completely dry. Had no issues with water coming through. They were breathable. They wasn't hot. So they were nice to have. And I think that's about it from a clothing gear perspective. Okay, it's almost 1 o'clock, and I know I said this yesterday, but this is the final climb, or just completed the final climb on the Colorado Trail. And at this point, it'll be downhill. Haven't checked the mileage yet, but I think it's around 10 miles to Durango. So, almost done. Okay, the next topic that I wanted to cover was gear in general. I did clothing gear. So I'm not going to go over the gear that I carried. I do have everything listed on Lighter Pack, and I'll make sure that I put a link in the description that will have every single item that's in my backpack and what the weight was. To be honest, I don't have internet access right now. I don't even remember what my base weight was, but it was somewhere around 12, 13 pounds, something like that. The only gear, this will be quick, so the only gear failure that I actually had was my water bladder. And this is used to collect water at streams. And it's got two openings, one in the top, so you got a great big mouth that you can open up to collect water very quickly. And then the other end is where your filter goes into, to filter into your water bottles. And the issue that I had with this, and the failure that I had, was I had a pinhole somewhere in the seam, like right around in here. And that happened probably halfway into the through hike. That wasn't that big of a deal, to be honest. It didn't really stop me from filtering or doing anything. I also had started getting leaks in the top part here. This just was not sealing like it was at the beginning. And where I was running into a problem was when we had to do long water hauls. So I would fill up 2 water bottles, 2 1-liter water bottles, and then I would fill this up, which is 2 liters also, and to take it into camp and all. Here at the end, within the last probably few days, all the water was gone by the time I got to camp, so it completely leaked out. So in my opinion, that's a failure. Well, it looks like we're definitely going into Durango one day early. We just finished the last climb, and it's really pretty much a 10-mile descent down to the trailhead. And once we get there, we'll have to get a ride into Durango, which I think is about 4 miles away. I did check and was able to book a night for tonight. It's the same property that I was booked at for tomorrow night. So today looks like the last day on the trail. We've got some couple raindrops and heard some thunder behind us, but we are not above tree line, so I don't really care if it rains. We got rain gear, but we'll be walking the next 10 miles towards Durango. It's almost 2 o'clock, and I have about 8.7 miles to the end of the trail, the end of the Colorado Trail, and unfortunately Mother Nature caught us, and we are starting to get some rain. So we've got full rain gear on, pants, jacket, and I've got my umbrella up, and we are moving again towards Durango. It's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon and still descending down to Durango. Just checked, and it looks like about 5 miles to go before I complete the Colorado Trail. So it's a little bit sad and a little bit excited. I think I'm fortunate to have been able to do something like this. And at the same time, I'm excited to finish and be able to get home and see the family. So won't be too much longer, and we'll be down to the trailhead in the end of the Colorado Trail. Well, I don't know about you, but this looks like a ideal place here to stop and take a break. What a view. I don't know the area around here, but I'm not sure if this is Durango. Or not. I guess we will be finding out shortly. It's 4:20 and we finally made it to the trailhead. So we have completed Colorado Trail. Hello everyone. I wanted to go ahead and close out Wednesday, August the 24th, day 43 of my Colorado thru hike. Today I finished the 486-mile Colorado Trail 1 day ahead of schedule. I finished the last 1.2 miles of segment 27 and completed the 21.7 miles of segment 28 for 22.9 total miles, or almost 23 miles for the final day. This was definitely a new PR on the Colorado Trail. This is one of the most beautiful long-distance trails in America. The average elevation is 10,300 feet, topping out at 13,334 feet with 90,000 vertical feet of climbing. Yes, that's 90,000 vertical feet. I'm currently in Durango and will be heading to Denver soon for a flight home. Unfortunately, my motel is a few miles outside of downtown Durango, so I won't be able to show you the Durango area. Instead, I thought I would share some tips for anyone thinking about doing the Colorado Trail. Number one is research clothing and gear based upon your budget and comfort. Choose wisely. Number two is weight really matters. Ounces quickly add up to pounds. I met young kids struggling to carry 50-pound packs and they were bailing out on the trail. Number three, take and carry only what you need. Eliminate the what ifs. My only what if was the 8.1 ounce bear spray. Number four is pick up the Colorado Trail data book and the Far Out hiking app for important decision-making information as you hike the trail. These reference tools will help you with water sources, campsites, and provide information to enhance your hike. Number five, in your gear decisions, plan for the heat, especially in the early segments, the cold, and the rain. Number six, take your time, especially in the early segments. Be patient with yourself as you adjust to the trail. And the last one, number seven, is just to enjoy the journey. So this should wrap up my Colorado Trail videos. And stay tuned on the channel. We have some new adventures coming up, and we will see you soon. Bye-bye. One final comment for those that are wondering, yes, I will be shaving this beard and mustache when I get home. I've never had a beard or mustache before, so yes, it will definitely be going away. It's been bugging me for quite a while. Bye-bye, everyone.